Welcome back to another video. If you've been around my channel for a while, you'll know most of the videos on my channel last year were book related. Something kind of got messed up along the way and I may have fallen deeply into a reading slump. And so I haven't been making any book content, but I've been really missing being a part of the book community. I've been feeling a little FOMO, so I thought we'd make a video where I talk about the singular book that I read in the month of July, and then also my August TBR. And then alongside that, just some fun books that I've purchased recently that I wanted to share with you guys because, yeah, I've been super slack for the amount of books that I read. I'm actually embarrassed that I only read one, but I did finish it. It was Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This was such a highly anticipated read for me. Like, some of my favorite books are Taylor Jenkins Reid books. She just knows how to write main characters and female main characters who are very complex and just really interesting stories told in a different way. Like The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid is one of my favorite books of all time. It's so good. This one, we are following Joan, who is who is an astronaut or an astrophysicist or is something along that realm. And she essentially has entered into a space program where she is training alongside a lot of other people to become an astronaut so that she can fly into outer space. It's also a love story and it has some super complex family dynamics in it as well. I loved this book. I gave it 5 stars. It was amazing. The characters are amazing. The storyline was amazing. It kept me on like the edge of my seat and I literally cried so hard at the end of this book. And that's when you know it's a good book, when it makes you bawl your eyes out like a little baby. And that was me when I was reading this. I thought I'd show you the books that I've started reading as well. So I've started reading 2 books because I'm an all or nothing kind of gal. You know, I'm either not reading or I'm reading 10 books, and that's the reality of it. I started reading the next book in the Magnolia Parks universe. So this is Magnolia Parks Into the Dark. So this is the 5th book in this series, and she is a chunker. It is 700 pages, and I'm currently 121 pages. How cute is my bookmark, by the way? I made this. I literally just glued 2 pieces of cardboard together because I didn't have a bookmark and I wanted a cute one, so we made that. I am currently 121 pages in and really loving it. So if you don't know much about the Magnolia Parks universe, it is essentially London's socialites, super toxic lives of the elite in like high society London. It is such a good universe. It's very comparable to Gossip Girl, but I would say it's even messier than Gossip Girl, and it's really good. Like, if they made a TV show for this series, I would be watching that ASAP. It's just like, the character development is amazing. The interconnected storylines is amazing. I would say it's comparable to the Sarah J. Maas of romance novels. It's just so good. And this one is following Magnolia Parks. She is one of the main characters. We also have Daisy Hates, so she has her own set of books. Magnolia Parks has her own set, but the stories very much intertwine and it's multiple perspectives. So this one's told from mainly Magnolia and BJ's perspective. They're just so toxic. I love them. And if you haven't read it, you definitely should. It's one of my favorite series of all time now, and I'm gonna be so sad when this series ends. I don't know if there's one more book after this or 2 more. Hopefully there is more than one. And the other book I had started reading is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is a 3-part series, and this is the first book in that series. I am only 2 chapters in, so very early days, but I love to have like a fantasy book and a romance book at the same time because I feel like sometimes if I don't feel like reading one book, I will feel like reading the other. It just keeps me reading more books, which is always nice. This one is essentially about a girl who was torn from her family as a very young child. She was put into like a prison camp, and within that prison camp she kind of climbed the ranks to become a healer, I believe, and she has been waiting every single day for her parents and her family to come and rescue her. The story kind of goes on from there. I have no idea what to expect with this. I'm only 2 chapters in, but so far I really like the writing style. It feels like it's going to be a really easy read, and I've just heard really good things. It is YA, so if you're not a YA person, this is probably not for you. I've heard it's really good and I'm very excited to keep reading this. 2 other books that I got recently. I know the order of this video is a bit everywhere, but like that is just where I'm at the moment, unfortunately. I've also picked up Carly Fortune's new book, so this is One Golden Summer. I was planning to read this as soon as I bought it, but it's just been really cold weather, and I feel like for a book like this, The weather kind of has to be matching the book's energy, and it just hasn't been. We are in the depths of winter at the moment in Australia, so it's not really feeling like a summer read kind of vibe. But I love Carly Fortune. I've loved every book that she's written. My favorites being This Summer Was Different and Every Summer After. They are both such good books. She makes me cry every time. Her characters are just so well developed, and the environments that she puts you in, a lot of them are set in like the Lake Districts or in different islands and things like that. You feel so immersed in whatever town she's landed you in. They very much feel like small town romances, but I guess they're not. They're more like coastal town romances, which there needs to be more authors that write coastal town romances, because I eat this shit up every single time. I also picked up the new read from Rachel Gillig. So Rachel Gillig is the author of the Shepherd King duology, Two Twisted Crowns and One Dark Window. One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns, which I absolutely loved that duology. This one is a new series called The Knight and the Moth. It just sounds really complicated, honestly. Like, I don't really know what it's about. It just sounds kind of fun and dark and twisted. She does gothic fantasy really well, and I find her worlds very unique, not like anything I've ever read before. So if you want something that's like a little bit different to the TikTok-y fantasy books that are coming out a lot at the moment, this is definitely an author for you, and I can't wait to read this one. I'm so glad the writing is not super big, because this is a chunky book. Also, bit of an unpopular opinion, but I actually love this size. Like, a lot of people wait till the book comes out in the smaller size, but I really like, especially for a fantasy book, I like it to be the bigger size, because otherwise you're reading a book that's this small, but it's like really thick. So, unpopular opinion, but that's what I like. Alongside that, I also got Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab. So V. Schwab is the author of The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which is literally one of the best books of all time. I have such high hopes for this. I don't think it's going to be as good as Addie. I've heard really good things. So it's basically about three young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. So it's probably like an interconnected storyline, which I love. I love when things come together at the end. It's so exciting. It just feels very Sarah J. Maasai, so I'm hoping it's like that. The last book that I bought recently is Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. So this is the same author as Magnolia Parks, and again, I've heard really good things about this. This is a completely separate book. I believe it's a standalone. I could be wrong though. And it's basically about a girl, Georgia, who I believe is, there's a lot of me believing these things because I actually have no idea what these are about. But this one I think is about Georgia, who is a psychologist, potentially. She has a lot of family trauma, so I feel like this one is going to rip my little heart out, but I'm kind of here for it. They are all of the books that I hope to read in August. I wanted to get some fresh books on my bookshelf because I do have a huge physical TBR, but I think when you're in a reading slump, you do sometimes need some excitement in your TBR. Otherwise, you're just never going to read those books. So that's why I got these ones. I thought these are some books that have been on my wish list for a really long time. And I just thought to myself, what better way to get out of a reading slump than to have lots of really fun books that will hopefully make you excited to read again. That's where we're at. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was a short and sweet one, but I just wanted to re-inject myself into the book talk community. And here I am. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to read these books. I'm so excited to be here, and I will see you guys for the next video. Bye!